Hello, movie lovers. It's Bob. Yep. And he wants to talk to you about movies that he's watched. And he wants to tell you that it was Harry's pick. I'm watching Harry's pick. Yeah, good old Harry. Harry, my man. Anyway, I watched two movies that he picked for me. And the first movie that he picked for me to watch, because it's the Grumpy Old Gentleman Marathon, number 2, that is, So the first one he picked, or it doesn't really matter, first, second. But anyway, The Shootist, right? 1976, The Shootist with John Wayne, Lauren Bacall, and Ron Howard, right? James Stewart, Richard Boone, John Carradine. Anyway, beginning of the movie, there's an old cowboy riding into town, right? And there's a stupid guy that decides to rob him, right? So John Wayne's character, right, what's his name, Brooks? Yeah, John Bernard Brooks. Well, that's his name in the movie. Yeah. All right, yeah, give me your money. So John Wayne passes him his wallet, pulls his wallet out, throws it at him, but it shoots him at the same time, the stupid bugger. Anyway, he's a stupid robber, so he deserves the lay where John Wayne shot him. So John Wayne goes into town, picks up a newspaper, right, reads about it. Queen Victoria, yeah, dies that day. He's reading the newspaper. Anyway, he goes and sees the doctor. The doctor, Jimmy Stewart, tells him that, he wants a second opinion. John Wayne wants a second opinion. So the doctor tells him he's basically got cancer, right? That's, from my point of view, is he got cancer. If you're riding around the horse for 50 or 60 years, you might get prostate cancer. I don't know if they knew that's what it was those years ago, but it's more than likely what it is. So all he wants to do is kind of die. And, he knows he ain't got much longer to live, so he goes and rents a room from Lauren Bacall's character, right? So he's there, and he meets up with a few other people, like the sheriff, right? With, the sheriff and, what's his name's, Ronnie Howard's the son of Lauren Bacall, so, yeah. So he's in town. He just wants to be left alone, right? But he hasn't got much time to live. So anyway, the thing is, he, kind of gets near the end of the movie. He figures out he's going to meet these guys in the hotel, right, in the bar, right? And he tells each one of them, right, like Richard Boone and Hugh O'Brien, and, a couple other guys that he'll meet them at 11 o'clock Monday. Just that but the other guys don't know that he's meeting them there. He thinks they're the only one, but anyway, they all end up there. The thing about this movie is that near the end of the movie, John Wayne was sick, right? And he was in the hospital a few times, and he was let out. And there were some scenes at the end of the movie where they intercut John Wayne. They did the scene, right, with Hugh O'Brien and etc. And John Wayne wasn't really there. So when you see Hugh O'Brien getting shot, right, and guys getting shot and guns and stuff like that, they shot all that, and then they shot John Wayne's scenes, right, with him pulling his gun out and stuff like that. They put it all together, and that's how the end of the movie came about. But it took a little while to finish this movie because John Wayne was quite sick when he did this. But this is now John Wayne's made, I don't know how many movies. He's made a lot of movies, 80 movies, 100 movies. I can't remember now. But I mean, I have a lot of them, but I don't have them all. Right, there's some I don't have. But this one was well done. I never went to the show to see this one, The Shootist. I don't know why. I must have been married and had a couple of kids by then, or... No, I only had one kid, Kelly. Yeah, I only had one, Kelly. But, so I must have been busy working and stuff like that, or I couldn't afford to go to the show. I don't know. But overall, this movie, John Wayne, The Shootist, is a very well done movie. Everybody in the movie, did their parts well. Lauren Bacall was very well. She'd done her scenes, and I thought she was quite good in it. And young Ronnie Howard, he did his scenes quite well too. But it was a very well done movie. And if you're going to die and you don't have much longer to live, you may as well have a big shootout at the end of your life, right? Blast a few guys, shoot a few people, stuff like that. Nothing wrong with this movie, Harry. This is a great movie. Great John Wayne movie. Although I said before, John Wayne has a lot of good movies, very good movies, excellent movies, and he's also done a few duds over the years, like Jet Pilot. Took him off and on over 3 years to do that movie. Howard Hughes was involved in that one. But if you're going to watch Jet Pilot, don't bother. All right, let's talk about the other movie Harry picked for me, right? Harry picked this one for me. Yeah. Dirty Harry. Comes in a jacket, keeps it warm, you know. So there you go, nice jacket. I just bought this movie a while ago, a month ago, maybe. Yeah, I had the other ones. I have the other Harry movies, Dirty Harry movies. And I had this movie, but what do you call it? Updated it or got a new one or whatever. But yeah, this movie is from what, 1971? 71, yes. Basically 1971. And it has to do with this crazy fucker, right? He shoots people and he demands money from the city. So there's at the beginning of the movie, he's on a rooftop and he decides to, scope around and see who he can shoot. He ends up shooting a young girl in a swimming pool on top of a building, right? And he sends a note, right, to the mayor. And the mayor's played by John Vernon. Back then, John Vernon, 1971. He's a Canadian actor, yeah. He's from Canada. He was in a few movies. I think he was in Animal House, too, as the principal or the dean or something. John Vernon, wasn't he in Animal House? I haven't seen Animal House for so long, but yeah, getting off the topic, Bob. But yeah, so this young guy, right? He kills a couple people, and Dirty Harry he gets pulled into the mayor's office, and basically he's going to go after this killer, So it's it's hard to get. First of all, they get him, right? But they can't hold him for anything. So they have to let him go, right? The character of the killer, right? They let him go. So he kidnaps a girl, right? He kidnaps a young teenage girl and buries her alive. And then he sends them another note and says, you got to give me $150,000 or $200,000, right? Now I'll tell you where the girl's buried at, stuff like that. But and then another scene near the end of the movie, he kidnaps basically a busload of kids, right? And Harry ends up going after him, right? And he's standing on the bridge and he jumps on top of the bus. Yeah, that's a good scene. That's a very well done scene. I like that when he's in the bus and he's getting the kids to sing, sing along, merrily, merrily. But yeah, this movie's done the first time you see him, Dirty Harry. Why do they call you Dirty Harry? Right? Well, it tells you in the movie, so you're going to have to watch the movie to find out why he's called Dirty Harry. So, anyway. Well done pick there, my man Harry, from the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film, which is Harry's a member, and Ian, right? And James, and Jay, and Mikey. Yeah. So this is Harry's pick, and very well done movie. And Clint Eastwood is still going strong today. This movie was basically, 50 years ago? 50 years ago, right? 71, 2020, if I can add correct, because I used to do math pretty well when I was in school, so I figured that's at least 50 years. And he's got to be, at least 90 today, Clint Eastwood. So yeah. Thanks, Harry. A very well done pick. So from Harry, my man, a Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film, I watched 2 movies The Shootist with John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and Dirty Harry. All right. Talk to you later. Keep watching those movies.